All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for attending another Freedom Summit. Oh my gosh. These Freedom Summit has been everything. I am so excited about our next guest. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. She is a transformational coach, a speaker. Oh my gosh, she has her own coaching and consulting program. She is a spiritual teacher. She is a radio host. She teaches people, women in particular, how to live an abundant life. But I tell you, this woman is abundant. And not only does she do all these things, she's also a wife, a mother. So she knows how to truly balance her life. She has come from amazing things, and she's here to share with us and teach us how to live an abundant life as well, and turn every single trial. She has an amazing story, and she's here to teach us how to turn our trials into treasures, how to really live a life full of self-love and abundance in every area of our life. Please help me to welcome Miss Kim. Oh,
hey, woo! Hey now.
Hey, Kim. I am so excited for you to be here. I'll never forget when I listened to the recording of your miracle meditation. Kim does midnight recordings, and it was actually through another friend of mine, another coach friend, that invited me to the recording, and I was blown away. And since I have followed, I have actually implemented some of the things that you teach, and I get your weekly newsletters and I read them faithfully. So I just want to thank you so much for taking time out to be on this summit.
Thank you for having me, Tamika. I'm honored to be here.
Oh, Kim, this is going to be so good. I can feel it in my spirit. We have had a tough time getting on this summit, so that's how I know that this one is going to be. They have all been amazing, but I know this is going to be good.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Kim, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
You know, Tamika, I want to share with you, first of all, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to have a platform, and just speak on your behalf and to, your tribe, girlfriend. So thank you for this, beautiful moment that we're sharing. I want to let you know a little bit, and for those of you who are not familiar with me, I'm a lifestyle abundance coach. And I really actually just started October of last year. Okay, so I haven't even really been doing this a year. But the amazing thing about it is I was called a long time ago. Yeah. See, God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called. Yeah. And I knew that this was something great for me to do. And I just felt in my spirit it was time to do it. But I want to share with you my story. Okay, all my life I have always thought big. I have always thought ambitiously. I've always wanted to do the and then some. And so I remember like talking to my girlfriends and wondering like, what is going on? Like, Lord, why do I think so big? I just couldn't understand, why did I always want to have, the next level? Like I wasn't never content with just reaching one goal. I attain a goal in life and then I always want to stretch further. And I remember thinking like, is this something wrong with me? Why do I always want to have, what I'm saying, the next level? Why do I always want to be abundant, think so big? And God shared with me, that this is your calling, because see, God didn't call his people to live in scarcity. And that's what happens a lot of the times, is we think that we can only achieve so much, or we think we have to live poor and meek, to be a child of God. And that is so far from the truth. God's word said that he came so that we have life and have it more abundantly and have it exceedingly above all, anything we've ever expected, anything we've ever expected and dreamed of. So when you think small, you're actually doing God a disservice, because you're letting them know that, hey, God, I don't trust you to do the impossible. I don't trust you to get me out of where I'm at right now. So long story short, being disobedient, having, what I'm saying, poor relationships that I was forming, poor health, financial lack. I was bankrupt emotionally. I just hit a wall in my life, and God had to get my attention. He said, now is the time, Kim, for you to speak to my people. Now is the time for you to do what you were called to do. You're going to continue to work and trade hours for dollars, working for this job when I called you to be an entrepreneur, when I called you to be a great woman of God and to speak to my people, to get them out of this poverty mindset. So I decided to go for it. I said, you know what, Lord, I'm stepping out on faith. And God supernaturally increased my territory. Mind you, I just started in October. It hasn't even been a full year yet, and God's already expounded and grown my Ambitious Woman Facebook group. If you have not joined, get there, because, honey, we got some women bad to the bone in that group. Do you hear me? The group has already reached over 4,000 members, not to mention that my life coaching page has touched over 25,000 lives, and, you know, it's reached over 100,000 people. But 25,000 have liked to subscribe to the page, but I got some people, some looky-loos, I like to call them, that just come and check it out. Facebook tracks everything. And I just want you to know that God supernaturally can do it for you too.
Wow, what a testimony. You know, so many women feel like they have to be stuck in certain seasons, right? And that it's going to take years or months or however long. Less than a year, you were able to grow your tribe because you finally listen to your calling. So I hear you talking about, and I am a part of the Facebook group.
Yay! Yes, girl, yes. I love it.
It is popping, let me tell you. And I just want to, I know the group is called Ambitious Woman, and you are all about really helping women live an abundant life. Kim, would you say that that's your passion? What is your passion?
Absolutely. My passion is to empower women, all right, to think above and beyond. I want women to know that as a daughter of the King, you can achieve all things through Christ that strengthens you. Don't ever think with an I can't mentality. I want you, you know, as women as a whole, you know, we go through so much. We wear so many different hats. And the motto I like to use is crown on. You were made from royalty. You have royal DNA flowing through your veins. So as a child of the Most High, there is nothing that can stop you. There is nothing that you can't achieve. It may take a while to manifest it, but God's delay doesn't mean it's denial. That's where we get caught up. See, we quit too soon. We think because things are not happening as fast as we wanted to. Let me tell you, you can't tell God how to do his job. You just go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. And that's what happens is we get impatient and we feel because our dreams are not coming to pass as fast as we would like them to, we get discouraged and we quit. And so I want to let you know, hang in there, you know, but it is my absolute passion, Tamika. Yes, you know, to empower women and to teach them to live a life of abundance. Stop thinking in scarcity, you know, because we weren't created for scarcity.
Yes, that's something amazing. I was reading your bio on your Facebook page, which if you have not checked out her Facebook page, go there. There will be at the bottom of this video for you to stay in contact with her. But one thing that truly touched me, you know, I believe that we can only attract the people that we are. And although you have an abundant mindset and you have always, you know, we've had private conversations and you've talked about some of the parties that you've had and this girl, when she does it, right?
Yes.
But through all that, one thing that truly impressed me, which is something that is near and dear to my heart, is your service. So through everything, you are a servant. You are a true servant at heart.
Oh, thank you, Tamika.
Welcome. And that is so impressive, you know, because a lot of times we see people that get, you know, they get this status, you know, they get this prestige, and then they lose that. They lose that peace. And so I just really want to thank you once again for doing this interview and for staying humble, because as women, a lot of times we think that once we become, I always say that I will never become. I'm always becoming, because God will always continue to stretch and grow me. So I'm never going to reach his ultimate until he sends me to heaven. And my job here on earth is to serve. And that's why I believe God has enlarged your territory, because you have kept that humble spirit and that servant's heart. I am so happy. So tell me, Kim, what do you feel, or how do you feel about self-love and self-acceptance? How important are those in your own business and just in the lives of women in general?
Well, first of all, in my own life, I feel that it's important to be transparent, and it's important to really walk the walk, and God spoke with me about that. And that's why it took me so long to answer to my call. And I'm going to keep it real because I don't play with people's lives. Yeah. As a life coach, you have a very serious job. There's people, you're very influential. There's women that will listen to every single step that I give them. And I take that with, all due respect and honor, but the thing is, you have to do what you're teaching. And so I have to often check myself, like, wait a minute, okay, Kim, is this something you would tell a client to do? Is this something that God would be proud of? And so the purpose of life is to find your purpose, to find what really drives you within. What would you do so freely or openly and passionately if you didn't get paid to do it? Yeah. That's what you're passionate about. And that's what is your God-given purpose. And I often say to my clients, this life that we have is our gift from God. Mm-hmm. But what you do with this life is your gift back to God. Yeah. Okay, so if you're not serving your purpose, if you're not walking in your power, and I always teach about walking in your power. Now, I want to give a quick little lesson for those of you who don't understand what I mean by walking in your power. God gives us free will. He gives us the ability to think. He gives us the ability to speak. When you think, you have the ability to think yourself into either poverty or prosperity. You have the ability to speak your life into, happiness or sadness, right? So God's word says there's life and death in the power of your tongue. The power is what you think. The power is what you speak. The power is how tall you walk. How do you hold your shoulders? Is your head held high? Are you proud of the life that you live? Can you live a life of integrity? Can you live the same life when no one's watching? That's what integrity is. And that's what walking in your power is. Mm-hmm. All right. So my thing is absolutely for myself, it's important that I walk with the utmost integrity and that I always try to teach, walk with the same thing that I teach. Now for women, to answer the second part of your question, although I do have a mixed, following, men and women, I do predominantly coach women, and my focus is on women because I feel that the woman is the one that runs the show. The woman is the one that sanctifies the household. We're the ones that pray for our husband and our children. We're the ones that keep the family together. We're the ones that, are interceding for our family members, and we just truly have that open connection with God. Not saying men don't either. Mm-hmm. But let's keep it real. When you look in the church, you see 85% of women that are in the church. Okay? So we need to help our men out as well, But yes, absolutely. We are the majority, all right? Even on this earth, we're the majority. It's more women here on earth. So I believe that if we use the gift that God has given us to nurture, right, one another, to nurture relationships, nurture your marriage, nurture your children. You have to take that gift that God has given you and use it to transform your life and the lives of others. And so that's something that I teach, the power we have as women in our households, or on your jobs, and it's so important to know that you have what it takes within inside of you to be awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is already there. And, so many people in general, whether, they be men or women, they have a lot of times things, this baggage stuff that they get into the world with. Some of us are born into bad situations. Others we just inherited, or because of some of our life choices, we come across things. And there's a lot of women that I've noticed that they can't live their full potential. They can't be that all that God has created them to be. They dream about it. They think about it. They create vision boards. They do all this stuff. And then they still remain stuck because they're allowing their past to hold them hostage. Kim, how important is it to release your past so you can live the life of your dreams?
It's very important. It really is. What happens is we end up getting stuck in bad cycles. And it's really, really, especially the older you get, the harder it is to change. And so the first thing that I want to say is you have to awaken to your truth. You know, without awareness of the bad habits that you're forming, you're going to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. So you have to accept the truth of your situation. And if you continue to walk in denial, you're going to be in the same place 6 months, 6 years, you know what I'm saying, from now. Right. So you really have to know, okay, this is not healthy for me. Rather you're stuck in a bad marriage, rather you are financially bankrupt, you know, or if you are in a position at your job where you feel like you're getting burnt out. There's different ways that, you know, you're not even realizing the bad habits that you're forming in your life. So if you don't know, okay, and recognize and say, listen, I need a reality check. You know, what am I doing here? You don't want to be in the wilderness for 40 years doing the wrong thing, because time is the most precious thing that we have. Yes. And we all have the same 24 hours. What you wake up and you do with those 24 hours is going to determine the good from the great. The people that have a mediocre life, the people that are living in scarcity are getting up, watching TV all day long. You know what I'm saying? They're not reading and feeding their minds. They're not praying and filling their spirit. They're not meditating and hearing what the instruction from the Lord is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's important. You got to be in tune. You have to stay in tune and align with what God has called you to do, because if not, you're not walking in your purpose.
Absolutely. That's so good. You know, coming from a mental health background, there's a saying, you know, and I know that I can't remember who exactly quoted it, but it said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting something different. And so often, like you were saying, those cycles, we go in these cycles, we continue on these paths, and then we wonder 6 months down the line, why, you know, I often tell the women that I work with, you'll get the same relationship, it's just a different face. You know, it's just a different face, but it's the same guy, because you haven't done the work. You haven't attracted, you haven't let go of your past in order for you. God wants us to have so much, but so many of us are stuck at 7 years old, stuck at what daddy did, stuck at what daddy didn't do.
Yes.
Instead of us moving forward and living the life of our dreams. And it takes work. Kim, I know that the women that you work with, first and foremost, they're blessed. They're so blessed to have you as a coach. And
thank you.
You're welcome. I know that you are a coach.
Thank you.
That you don't play. I'm sure you give them homework assignments, because this, you know, so many people want to work in this space called coach. But I tell the women that come to me, you got to be prepared to do some work. I'm not going to do all the work for you.
Absolutely.
So, speaking of that,
yes.
What are 3 things that you would tell a client, or that you would even tell yourself, 3 things that are tangible action steps that a woman can do today to start living the life of her dreams?
The first thing I would say is she needs to tap into her inner drive. You know, what is it that truly drives you? You know, and this is the deal, 85% of Americans are unhappy on their job. And I like to call it the just over broke. Right? job. You are trading dollars for hours.
Yes.
Okay. And so if you're not passionate with what you're doing, you are not fulfilling your purpose. You are just existing. All right. The second thing I want to say is know your why. You know your why. Now, I didn't say question God, your why. There's a difference. We don't ever question God. All right. Because his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and his ways are higher than our ways.
Yes.
But he'll speak to you and he'll let you know, this is what I need you to do. This is your purpose, and you'll feel it, and it'll feel so deep in your soul. You know what I mean? You'll feel so good about what it is God is telling you to do. You're going to wake up excited to do it. You're going to be passionate. Every time you talk about it, your body's going to tingle all over, because that is what you were meant to do. If you're waking up every morning and you're saying, Lord, help me get through this day. Lord Jesus, all I want. It's Monday. Oh, Lord. Someone that's passionate about what they're doing, they're going to say, girl, it's Monday. Let's get it.
Yes.
You know, you're going to be ready to work. You're going to be excited to do what you got to do. But if you're in something and you're miserable and you're waking up every day and you're going to this job and you're like, man, and not even just with jobs, relationships. If you can't look that man or woman in his face and tell that person, baby, I love you. I appreciate you. You're in the wrong relationship.
Yes.
You know, if you can't look that person in their eyes and tell them, I love you, you know, something's wrong. It's a disconnect happening somewhere.
Absolutely.
You see what I mean? So the third thing that I want to say is you have to know not to be afraid to dream big. A lot of times we get scared to tell people our thoughts and our dreams because we have the negative Nellies, I like to call them, that say things and they discourage us, or we feel like we out the box. And just like how I was telling you earlier about my story, you know, everything I did was big, everything. And you're right, my parties was big, my kids' graduations was big, the car I drove, the truck I drove, the neighborhood I lived. They was like, Kim, why you always got to be on 10? And I'm like, I am? Why you always got to be on 1? Right. And I had to realize it's not me. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting the best and working for it. My mindset has always been elevated. What it is you don't stoop your mindset lower with people that don't have that same elevated mindset. You find some friends with the same elevated mindset as you.
Yes.
That's what you do. But yeah, so you got to dream big. You got to believe big. You got to know that no matter what comes your way, that you can conquer anything and you can have anything. The sky is the limit. I love that song. The sky is the limit because it's true. That's where it said you have not because you ask not. Yes. So if you're struggling and if you have a poverty mindset and if you have lack surrounded all around you, change your mindset. Start with you. Don't blame nobody because the blaming game won't get you those millions in your bank account or the man that loves you dearly or the job that you're passionate about. You got to start with yourself. Once you can look in the mirror and you say, you know what, girl, listen, I love you. Tell yourself, girl, I love you. Yes. You know, I'm happy with where I'm at right now. That is the true essence of a woman that is free. Okay? You cannot serve if you're in bondage. You can't serve other people. So what happens is you have to get to a point in your life where God has you surrounded with his abundance and his overflow and his goodness. And you don't let the negative Nellies affect you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have tunnel vision when you are on a mission. And I want to tell you that the higher that I climb in this industry, baby, you better believe there's been some adversity and things that I faced. And Joyce Meyer said it best, honey, new level, new devil. Because I'm so focused on the end result and what God promised me, and I stay marinated on my prayers and I stay clean to God, I don't let that stuff get to me because I know he's got angels all around me. And so that's the same where you got to be. You feel me? You got to get to a position where you're like, listen, I'm not going to let nothing or no one tear me from my destiny. You feel me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, man, that was golden nuggets. I sure hope that you ladies out there, gentlemen out there, I hope that you took some notes. You heard it from the abundant expert herself.
Hey! Yes. Yes.
That you have to know your why. Know your why. That is something that I want all of you to start with today. Because if you don't know, it doesn't matter how you're going to become it is none of your business. Just why. Just why. And then dream big. Dream big. Why not? Why not? Right? What is it going to hurt to dream big?
Yes. And tap into that inner drive. You've got to tap into that inner drive.
There it is.
You got to start with that. Yes.
Yes, that was the first one. Tap into your inner drive. Kim, this has been, I have chills all over my body. I like spirit bumps. When I know when somebody is talking good, I get the
Girl, look, I give God all the glory, okay? Because he just uses me as a vessel.
Oh, amen. And he is using you mightily. So
thank you.
You're welcome. For everyone that is listening to this recording, Kim has a very special gift for you. She is going to give you her meditation on a prayer and abundance meditation. Kim, tell us, in addition to that, first of all, thank you again so much for being gracious and giving out that gift. How can we reach you? How can we get in contact with you? What, I know that you have an amazing, amazing summit that's coming up, or a speaking engagement that's coming up. You have a lot of good stuff that's coming down the pipeline. Share with us some of those things on how we can support you, how we can get in contact with you, and what do you have going on?
Absolutely. The best way, if you go to Facebook and click on sign up, actually research me, Kim Bullock-Hennix. You'll see me on Facebook there. You'll see my coaching page. And click on the sign up button. I'd love for you to enroll in my live coaching. Actually, hold on a minute. You can text 22444. Yes. And when you text it while you're listening to this right now, you will be able to enroll in my online, actually my email, just like you said, the weekly newsletters, and I have different promotions and specials. But if you don't have that ability to text, certainly visit me on Facebook and register, enroll, so that you can get the latest updates and special things that are happening. But yes, in addition to, I'm offering the abundance prayer for you. That is my free gift for you to pray every day, because when you pray big, you achieve big. All right. So please make sure you pray and use that every day. But I'm also going to do a VIP power session for anyone that within the next 24 hours, okay, if you contact me, please make sure that you say that you see me on the Freedom Summit with Tamika, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm going to make it 48 hours. We'll do 48 hours. If you contact me, I understand that some people may catch the replay. Forgot about the replay. I am going to offer a VIP power session. It's going to be 2 for the price of 1. Wow. And I'm also going to take $100 off. Normally, my sessions are $399, but I will go ahead and honor, since this is the Freedom Summit, we're going to get free. All right. I'm going to offer it $299. Contact me if you really want to go to work. And like Tamika said, I do not play. Okay. So don't expect nothing easy, but I will tell you, you will be rewarded for the work that you do.
Awesome. Awesome. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why she's so abundant. Because she is a giver. Great givers are great getters. When you're a giver, you're a great getter. So don't delay. Go get in contact with her. Kim, what's that text number again? One more time.
Yes, you can text me at 22444. When you do that, you're going to receive a email, and make sure you reply to the email. It'll say, hey there. Hey there, yeah. So make sure to have my name and information and all that. Hey there, shining star is what it actually said. I believe everybody's a shining star. And yes, you can text and certainly enroll in my weekly newsletter.
Awesome. Oh, this has been so good. Do not delay. If you are truly, truly ready to get free, if you are ready to live the life, it's time out. We are at the end of 2006. 2017 is rolling right along. Don't be one of those people that say, oh, again, you're starting New Year's resolutions. She's giving you an opportunity of a lifetime. Go get the coaching session. Get free. You all know that I'm not selfish. I ain't stingy. If I can't serve you, I'm going to put someone in front of you that can. So get in contact with her. Kim, it has been my pleasure and my honor to work with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. And so I forgot the important part. You have to text Coach Kim. Forgot. I want to make sure. Yes. So make sure once you send that message, you text Coach Kim, and then you will receive a welcome text and all the information.
Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. So Kim, before we close the broadcast, any last words?
I would definitely say always continue to live ambitiously in abundance. That has been my motto, always live ambitiously and just seek the best, and be true to yourself. If you're not happy, that's a reason your body feels that pain, whether it's emotionally or physically. That's your body's way of communicating with you, telling you that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So listen to the signs, and tune in to the signals that God gives you. Don't be hard-headed like me and wait years to walk in your calling. Okay?
Amen.
Don't do it.
This right here, this is your wake-up call. This is the prayer. This is the answer to the prayer. So take action. You all know that I'm all about action. Take action. Thank you so much. We love you. We wish you all much love.
Thank you.
Abundance.
Yes, thank you. I'm so glad you had me here. And God bless you, Tamika. Anytime that you need me, I'm here.
Thank you so much. And to all my ladies out there, love you, love you, love you. Be free now. Turn those trials into treasures. Your dream life is waiting for you. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.